Ladies and gentlemen, what a setup. What a setup. 2015 called and they want their setup back. It's alright, we'll roll with it anyways. So, most people have cats, most people have dogs as pets. There is one young lady in a southern city in Arizona that appears to have a buffalo as a sidekick. An actual buffalo. How cute is that? Some of the fastest growing places to live in the United States is Naples, Florida. How does your place of residence stack up to that? Energetic background music. Cue that. Host with the most. Smiling. Oh, we're doing it live. That's what happens when you do things live. Background music. Host smiling. Hey there, YouTube fam. Here we dive into the latest trends sweeping the nation. We've got an exciting lineup for you today. So let's jump right into it. Transition graphic of attending an arrow. First up, let's talk about Omnentashi. This Japanese trend is the mannerisms of the Japanese concept of hospitality making waves in the US, with Hawaii leading the search. Over the past year, imagine the aloha spirit mixed with the meticulous Japanese hospitality. Sounds pretty amazing, right? Cut to highlight reel of Hawaii. Next, in the world of sports, search interest for how many fouls the WNBA spiked a whopping 5,000% this past week. Looks like people are really getting into basketball. All right. Looks like that is not going to work tonight. Anyways, let's talk about something else. So recently, I saw a interview done by Ryan Bell. Ryan Bell was a Adventist pastor at the Hollywood Adventist Church, and he was pastoring there for, I want to say, 7 years. And then he had this bright idea to go on this excursion of faith to see kind of what the agnostic, maybe not the agnostic, but what's the other one called? Atheist. Go on an atheist journey for a year and see what would become of him at the end of the year. What he found out is that the further you get away from the Bible is the further away you get from the Bible. So, surprise, surprise, at the end of the year, he was not Christian anymore. Even though he was raised that way, he had gone through the parochial schools, he was pastoring and all these things. It's just like in these end times, right? If you want to be a super Christian and you do the things that a super Christian does, you're going to become a super Christian. Because guess what? The facts, the rules are there in the Bible. They're there in nature, The science of the Bible is everywhere we look, right? So that's what happened to Ryan Bell. And I was looking at the different articles and things on the interwebs and looking at Spectrum magazine and things like that. And they kind of gave like these answers that I was like, what is going on? So I eventually went to the podcast that he does. I think it's called The Atheist Experience, not to be confused with the Joe Rogan Experiment or Experience, something like that. The Atheist Experiment, in which Ryan Bell went on this journey here. So yeah, it's very interesting. And apparently the reason why he wanted to go on this journey was it seemed like he was burnt out from the ministry, honestly. It's like, and trying to find himself, trying to find his way in the world. If you try to find your way in the world, that is definitely going to happen. Let's try this again. Looks like people are really getting into basketball. Transition basketball animation. Host. Basketball animation. Host. On the entertainment front, actor Leo Woodall is trending. Leo Woodall is training. Do you know who that is? Neither do I. At an all-time high in the US. And if you're curious, Leo Woodall is trending at an all-time high. And if you're curious about candy salad, you're not alone. It's one of the top trending things in the US right now. Candy salad, folks. Although I'm working on reducing my sugar intake, but candy salad looks kind of interesting. It's one of the top trending things right now. And if you're curious about candy salad, you're not alone. It's one of the top trending searches here. Ladies and gents, that's what happens when you do things live. Trending recipes right now. It's one of the top trending recipes right now. Beer lovers, listen up. Searches for beer batter are shot up by 210% by this week. It's now time to perfect that crispy fish and chips. In entertainment, The Apprentice is the top trending movie in the US, and CeCe Winans is making waves on American Idol, with her song Holy Forever being the top trending track this past year. Here's an interesting one for the searches. What color is the sky are up 170% this month. Guess people are feeling philosophical. What color is the sky? What happens after you die? You know, many questions like this can be found in The Great Controversy, if you know what that book is. All right, searches for cheese bread up 140% this month, plus boyfriend blush, latest beauty craze increasing by 190% this week. Okay, and if you're dreaming of a secret getaway, Hush vacation searches have doubled this past week. Shh, I won't tell anyone. Sports fan Tony Cruz is the top trending athlete today. You know who the top trending athlete is? Tony Cruz is the top trending athlete today. I don't even know who Tony is. Do you know who Tony is? Put it in the comment section below. Sports fans, Tony Cruz is the top trending athlete today with all kinds of things happening. This is what happens when you go live. It's all right. 2015 wants their situation back. We'll get through this. We'll get this through this eventually. I don't know either. If my phone was on something else, I'd use a Google, but no Google today. Let's see. Open up another tab. Tony Cruz. I just want to take this time to thank each and every one of you for joining me today, even though we're having some. So this is Tony Cruz, German Association football player. Tony Cruz retirement might shock some, but if his Real Madrid story. Tony Cruz, German professional footballer who plays as a midfielder for La Liga club Real Madrid and the Germany national team. Okay, and he's regarded as one of the greatest midfielders of all time. He is known for his vision, passing, creativity, crossing, and set-piece ability. Cruz plays mainly as a central midfielder, but has also been deployed as deep line playmaker in his career. Yeah, if you're going to talk about, Messi or Ronaldo, I know something like that. But Cruz, interesting. Sports fan Tony Cruz is the top trending athlete today with, okay, so that's what happens to the teleprompter. That's why you memorize things. All right. With his searches for his games against Manchester City going through the roof. Meanwhile, Bayer 4, Leverkusen, and Edmonton Oilers are experiencing an all-time high for search interest. Okay. Curious about baseball? What is a walk-off in baseball? That search is up 180%, and the Dodgers are a breakout search this week. Let's see what a walk-off. What is a walk-off in baseball? Let's see. DuckDuckGo, thank you today. I'm not sponsored by them. In baseball, a walk-off refers to game-ending play, typically a home run, that results in an immediate victory for the hitting team. It occurs in the bottom of the final inning when the run scored is enough to surpass the opponent's score, allowing the teams to walk off the field without completing the inning. Okay, we're learning all kinds of things today. All kinds. Okay, now let's talk about some intriguing cosmetic procedures. This one's for the ladies. Plastic surgery in the top surgery in the U.S. with Bend, Oregon in Miami. Walk, a walk you like, a walk you hit a home run. Yes, yes. I wish I could read better. Read good. Florida leading the charge. The Nefertiti neck lift is trending, and med spa searches are at an all-time high. I don't know what that means. Nefertiti neck lift. Interesting. Okay, let's see. California is uniquely searching for facelifts over hip and knee replacements. And the questions, what is a vampire breast lift and what is a mommy makeover surgery, are trending big time. Good for the people getting surgery. Finally, semaglutide has overtaken liposuction in search interest since July 2022. My bad, I typed wrong. I do that from time to time as well. I used to have this situation where I'd do the autocorrect and then it'd do the word that I don't want. And then I'll type it all wrong, and the autocorrect doesn't want to do anything whatsoever. I'm like, autocorrect, you're slacking on the job. Slacking on the job over here. Search interest since July 2022 and is now over twice as popular. That's for liposuction. People taking all these drugs and things. Careful out there, guys. All right, so that is it for today. For the today's top trends, make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and so you never miss an update. That's kind of a funny thing to miss up. I was like, so you never miss a what? Don't forget to comment below with what trends you're most excited about. See you next time. It's about 95 degrees, so I'm excited to get this jacket off myself. How is it 95 degrees at night? That's my question. Can't wait till it gets to 85. Find more daily top trends right here on our channel. Bye for now. Thank you for joining me, each and every one of you guys, even if it was for only 11 minutes and 40 seconds tonight. I definitely did something better with the sound because earlier it was, a little crackle and hearing me from a long distance. Hello? Hello? Yeah, what about this background right here? It's like back in 2015. I love it. I love it. So I'm going to cut you loose. Demetrius Roberts, thank you for joining me. Thank you for being my #1 fan tonight. And without further ado, I won't take up any more of your time. I just want to go over the latest trends on Google right now. See you later.